Hi, all my YouTube viewers. What we're going to talk about this morning is iterating through collections, because in previous videos I talked about variables and data types, and in the last video I was discussing data structures. And in these data structures, some of the data structures that we have are lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about in this video how to iterate through data structures. So the first most common way to iterate through a data structure is the for loop. And then so this is an example of the for loop with a list. So you've got my list is 1, 2, 3, 4, for item in my list, print item, and then it prints 1, 2, 3, 4. And it also gives you an example with the dictionary. So my dictionary equals A:1, comma, B:2, comma, C:3. So a dictionary has a key and a value. It has 2 units to each element. So for key, comma, value in my dic.items, print F key, colon, key, comma, value, colon, value. And then so we print that, and you have key, colon, A, comma, value, colon, 1, and then you have B, and then 2, and then C, and then 3. So that's how you iterate through an actual dictionary. Now we have the enumerate function. If you need both the index and the value while iterating, use the enumerate function. My list equals apple, banana, cherry. So for index, comma, value, because each element has an index to it. So for index, comma, value in enumerate my list, print F index, colon, index, comma, value, colon, value. So you have index 0, value, apple, index 1, value, banana, and index 2, value, cherry. So that prints your index and the value. Now we do something called list comprehensions. Use list comprehensions for concise iteration and transformation. So you have my list equals 1, 2, 3, 4 square. And then this is a sort of like a Pythonic for loop. And I don't use it that much. I normally just use a for loop. But x to the power of 2 for x in my list. So print squared. Okay, so it'd be 1, 4, 9, 16. So that what this is, what list comprehension is, it is like a Pythonic for loop. And then, but I normally just use a for loop, but you can use a list comprehension if you want to. Now we use a while loop if you want more control over the iteration. So my list equals 10, 20, 30. I equals 0, while I is less than len my list. And len is the length of the list. Print my list I equals I plus 1. And then you notice that this is a Pythonic way of incrementing I. So rather than saying I equals I plus 1, you can say I plus equals 1. But I equals I plus 1 is just as, we'll do the same thing. And so I first learned how to program, almost 40 years ago, and they didn't have Python at that time. So I'm just used to using I equals I plus 1, but you can use it either way, either I plus equals 1 or I equals I plus 1. Both of them achieve the same goal. It's just one is more Pythonic than the other. So you print it and you have 10, 20, 30. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use the iter and the next. So my list equals 5, 10, 15. Iterator equals iter, my list. While true, try, print next iter, except stopped iteration, break. So then it prints 5, 10, 15. So that's your iter and then your next function as well. Now we're going to use zip. Use zip function to iterate through 2 or more collections simultaneously. So list 1 equals 1, 2, 3. List 2 equals ABC for num, comma, char. In zip, list 1, list 2, print num, print f number colon num, comma, character, colon, character. So it says number, colon, 1, comma, character, colon, A. Then you have 2, B, and 3, C. So those are just some ways that you can iterate through a collection. Some ways are easier than other, like the for loop is the most straightforward way, but you can also use the enumerate if you need the key and the value, and the zip is good if you have 2 or more lists simultaneously. So these are just some ways that you can iterate through collections. So that concludes this video. In the next video, we will be talking about some more collections, data structures.